So we have that thinking aspect of our lives, and that thinking aspect produces a lot. So I said, in thinking, you exercise your creative ability. If you will observe, many times, those at the top in establishments use their minds to a greater degree to achieve their tasks. And those at the bottom use their hands to a greater degree to achieve their tasks. I'm going to explain. Sometimes you go to a company and you meet people working on ground, okay? But then usually when you find out, when you check, you realize that those at the top are paid more than those at the down. It's so interesting. But amazing, when you expose yourself to those environments, you think those at the top are doing less work than those at the down. Why so? Those at the top are not doing less work than those at the down. It is the kind of work they are doing that makes them seem idle. There are two types of work. There is what I call the mind work, and then we have the hand work. The mind work and the hand work. And today our focus is actually going to be on what I call the mind work. So in establishments, those at the top do more mind work than hand work. And those at the down do more hand work than mind work. So you go to an establishment, you see some people sweating, doing all the what people call the dirty work and all. But you're wondering, how come they are not paid as much as those at the top, the managers? Because those at the top do more mind work. They are involved in thinking, planning. You will not see the CEO at that engineering company fixing a car. The CEO may be seen just sitting in his office, but you'll be amazed that the decisions he takes in the office affects every single worker in that company. So the handwork is actually being influenced by the mind work, because the hands do what the mind has thought through, planned, and purposed. The hands do what the mind has thought through, planned, and purposed. The head determines the direction of the hands. The head determines the directions of the hands. So you see my hands moving. It is being operated from my brain. And that is why if your head is cut off, you are dead. So I first make the decision to let my hand, and then my hands begin to move. So thinking is of vital importance when it comes to leadership. Let me give an example. In football, for instance, you think the players just have to kick the ball. But if football was just about kicking the ball, you will not need a coach. When I was younger, I was wondering why when football teams did not do well, the coach was sad. You know, as young as I was just wondering, how is a coach connected to the players playing on the field? Is it not just about the skillfulness of the players, the way they pass the ball, the way they dribble, the way they score? But then I found teams sacking their coaches when the players did not perform well. And I was just wondering, the coach is not playing with them. As I grew up, I got to understand that the strategies that the coach brings determines the playing that the players play. So that mind work influences handwork. So what the coach brings on board in that team is strategies. What the CEO does is to bring strategies. What that general overseer does is to receive ideas from God, receive counsel from God, receive direction from God. And he disseminates that information. He passes it across. And people carry on the handwork.